Not every injustice makes the headlines. Most of them don't. James Holloway learned that inside Cell Block C, not from case files, but from silence. The men who made the news were the lucky ones. High-profile trials, sensational crimes, clear villains, but most inmates weren't famous. They were invisible. One man had been convicted on a confession he couldn't read. Another lost his appeal because paperwork arrived one day late. One was sentenced based on a witness who later admitted, "I was pressured." None of those stories trended. Because they were quiet, no blood-soaked headlines, no shocking CCTV clips, just lives slowly erased by procedure. Holloway realized something unsettling. The justice system isn't overwhelmed by crime. It's overwhelmed by convenience. Cases are prioritized by speed, not accuracy. Outcomes measured by clearance rates, not truth. And when mistakes happen, they're buried under bureaucracy. Inside prison, time moved differently. A year felt like a sentence. A sentence felt like a lifetime. Men aged while waiting for responses that never came. Parents died while appeals sat unopened. Children grew up knowing their fathers only through visiting glass. These weren't failures of the law. They were acceptable losses. Holloway understood then why these cases never make the news. Because fixing them would require admitting something dangerous, that the system sometimes values order more than justice. When he was released, people asked him if prison made him angry. It didn't. It made him precise. He now works quietly with innocence projects, legal clinics, and advocacy groups, helping cases that will never trend, never go viral, and never be named after anyone important. Cases that only matter to the people living them. He says the most frightening thing about injustice isn't cruelty, it's normalization. When society accepts that some mistakes are necessary, those mistakes start to look like policy. Cell Block C is still full. Not because crime never ends, but because truth doesn't always get airtime. If you believe stories like these deserve to be heard, not because they're loud, but because they're real, then this channel is for you. Subscribe. Because justice doesn't need popularity, it needs persistence.